Hey guys, welcome back to PND podcast. We're so excited. We're back. It's been a minute, and we're just so hyped to share some info with you because we've been traveling. Where did you go there, Elise? Tell them.
I went to the gym. You see?
I see. When was it? 2 days ago?
Yeah, it's every day, every hour.
I know, good.
Yeah.
I have to get back at it too after all the
I
traveling.
saw you at the gym.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been getting back at it, but traveling kind of throws things off and it's hard. Even though I tried to run a couple times when I was in Poland, but when you're having fun, that's the last thing you want to do.
But you've been more than just Poland.
Yeah.
So where you been poking at?
So it was kind of like a last minute decision for me. My buddy and I were planning on going to Europe to actually visit 3 countries, but he backed out last minute because he had to go to Guatemala. So I ended up going to Poland for about 7 days, and then 3 days I spent in Barcelona. So that was super fun. We're entering a very busy season. Memorial Day weekend is happening now. And for me, for someone who's been in restaurant business for years, it's going to be loaded. So I decided to visit my family last minute. It was awesome. It was a surprise, so they didn't expect it.
I'm surprised because you kind of just put it out on your
But
story.
see, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You put a question. I was like, she's going to Poland.
No, but I blocked my parents on my story.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was like, nobody's gonna know.
Sneaky.
Yeah. And then when I actually came to Poland, I had about 2 days with my best friend before I was actually going to see my parents. So I had to not post anything almost.
Okay.
I still posted pictures, but
Yeah.
I had to make sure that nobody knows that I'm in Poland, that no one is gonna be texting my parents, oh, is Paulina in Poland? Because you know how that goes.
Oh,
Once
shit.
you post and one person sees, then it just, the word gets spread. And I really wanted to surprise my parents because they've been working so hard and they haven't seen me, and all I always get from them is we miss you, we can't wait to see you. And they typically come out to Long Island for an entire month at the end of the summer. But I was just like, you know what, let me just surprise them. It's gonna make their whole month, probably.
Whole month.
A whole month.
Yeah.
So the surprise was amazing. I have a video. It's great.
How'd you feel about it? Just being with your parents?
Oh, I needed it. I think I was just, we've talked about this earlier. I was going through it mentally, just a lot of recent changes in my life between careers and the relationships, and me being single for once for so long and coping with that, I needed to recharge my batteries. I needed some physical touch from my parents, I guess, and hug, my mom's hug, that heals every soul, honestly. My mom is an angel. I've said that before, but being
you could say it again.
Yeah.
What's up?
She is an angel. She's, when you meet her,
That's a clip. Oh, I'm going to meet her?
Yeah, she's going to come out here.
Okay.
So I will make sure that you guys meet them.
I thought you would just
awesome.
keep her away from the devil.
You're awesome. He acts like he's this, devil and tough guy. No, you're a great guy. So you are.
I feel like I'm not. But thank you.
I think you are.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah. You try to act tough, but
you're tough. I don't act tough. I just act bad.
So it is an act.
I mean, we all act bad sometimes. Come on. I mean,
but the way you tell your stories of acting bad, it's just I was sinned into it. I was seduced by the dark side. I'm just I do it just cause. It's just it was fun. Just
yeah, I've been bad. Not that bad like you, but I've always stay on the bright side, and
liar.
Listen, I am exploring a lot of untapped experiences. It's the first time I am by myself, and I'm doing everything that
She doesn't mean sex, guys.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that too, but
okay then. She does mean sex, guys.
But generally speaking, I'm doing everything that I used to not be able to because of relationships I was in. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's been a journey, but going home and, like I said, having my parents standing in front of me and giving them a hug, it felt so good that when I came back from Poland, I was I've been feeling great. I've been feeling refreshed.
Of course.
And just mentally ready for the next chapter, whatever that might be in my life. But yeah, and then Barcelona was amazing too. I've never been to Spain before. Have you guys been? Have you gone to Barcelona or like
Not
Spain?
Barcelona, but I've been to Spain. I've been to Madrid and
sick.
the Canary Islands.
Okay.
Which was, I've never been to like a desert area, so
Okay.
that was especially on an island just to have desert. I was like, that's pretty crazy. But my brother wanted to go to Barcelona, and I could see why after I saw the photos.
Yeah.
I was just like the architecture.
Oh, sick.
Just like the food.
Oh, the
like,
tapas.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, I was jealous.
To be honest, like between the food, the architecture, the nature, you would be surprised because it's a city, right? Barcelona is a city, but there's so much nature that is like surrounding the city that it's a perfect blend of, I would say, the city vibes and then the peaceful vibes. So you can get in the bus and then 7 stops later, you're in one of the most beautiful parks overlooking the whole Barcelona.
Oh my
so
God.
if you're looking for some peace in the hectic world, of the city, you can find it there. And it just felt amazing. And then me being with my best friend from Poland, Karolina, you guys met her obviously through the online, but the episode.
You'll see that episode either before or after. I don't know. But I'm just messing up this order. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You love it, so just take it. That's what I said.
Podcast this is, but it's great. But yeah, so being with her, it was just amazing. We're laughing always because you know how I always say, oh, I want to be in my feminine energy in relationships.
And I feel like that's your catchphrase at this point.
Yeah, it is. It is because I think it's men's responsibility to put a female in a feminine energy.
Wait. Let me interject. Let me interject. Because I saw a relationship online where a dude and a girl, what would you assume that they're both gay because she's butch and he's very feminine. Okay. But he's in his feminine energy. And she's in her masculine energy.
And do they like it?
Yeah.
So as long as it works for them. But I'm saying, like, for me, because I'm such an independent woman and I always have to have everything figured out on my own because I don't really have much help. I want to come home
like an adult.
Yeah. But like,
I love how they put extra words.
I'm saying just like, I want when I come home, when I'm in a relationship, I'm not talking about being single, but when you're single, you have to figure out everything on your own.
Adulting.
Yes. Yeah. When you are in a relationship, it's a partnership. So you're supposed to help each other, right? Mm-hmm. So what I mean by feminine energy is like, and like, I want to come home and feel like a freaking princess. I'm not saying it has to be 100% of the time. Obviously, the roles are going to change and the percentage is going to shift depending on the day. But I'm saying, like, because I'm such a strong-minded person, I have to be for what I do in life. Yeah. Coming home to me and just not having to use my brain for once would be great. So what I'm trying to get at...
There you go.
Yeah.
Women don't want to use their brains.
No, they really don't.
I'm going to quote that from Paulina.
That's perfectly fine. Listen, I want to feel... When a woman feels safe around a man and she knows that he's got it all figured out, it puts us in such a peace. It's something I've been craving for so long. And yeah, so anyway, so regarding the Barcelona, and traveling with Caro, this is why I was like throwing the feminine energy. Hey girl. She was the man in a relationship of us traveling. She was like, all right, this is where we're going. This is what we're doing. I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I kept on saying, I'm like, oh my God, if my best friend can handle me.
If she had a penis, that would have been perfect. Yeah.
And we just like
careful, Kato. Like, you're next.
I was like, wow, this is great. Like, I don't have to use my brain for a second. She had it all figured out. I mean, it was a balance. Obviously, we helped each other, but we were just joking around. I was like, if my best friend can, handle the way I operate, then a man should too. I think. I don't know.
No, I think that's a fair way to deal with it.
It was a great team.
That's what you want in a relationship, and that's fair, to want that and crave that.
Yeah. And I think like a lot of men who I who know me.
Yes.
They know that I'm such a, strong-minded person and I have it all figured out always, but I really deep inside crave that princess treatment. I'm not saying like, be up my ass and spoil me every single day, but it's more so just like put me at ease, that you got me. Like, I don't have to worry about 17 million things a day. Like, that would be great. And then obviously me as a female, I will support you no matter what. I will be your rock. I will push you to make decisions that you're scared of making, to help you grow, and blah blah blah. So it's obviously it's a mutual effort. We all know that. But I was laughing because I was like, Karina, you're like my perfect man. Can we just like hopefully we'll attract that energy, you know, when I come back to the States. So but that was just like little thought of my traveling partner. Aww. So it was great. It was honestly an amazing trip. But yours, I feel like was more like emotional.
It was emotional,
and I want to hear
spiritual,
about it.
And obviously like just a good time. On top of that, just to see my grandma, and it was her birthday, so I got to go and you
so
know,
cute.
82 years old, she's still dancing salsa.
Wow.
Yeah, but out there, yeah, I love her for it. Like she's you know. It's crazy to see somebody age, and then I got to see all my family. Like the last time I saw my cousins, Gadi and Sophie, I gotta say hi. Yeah, exactly. They were like, you know, 8 and 10 years old, or
How
11.
old are they now?
They're like 21 and 18.
Shoot, so it's been forever.
Yeah, exactly. So just to get to see, like, everybody was there except for my sister. Unfortunately, she couldn't come.
Okay.
But like we were all there, just chatting, telling stories about like the past, like, you know, what's, you know, what everybody's going through, and it was just such a good feeling just to sit in that and just embrace that, and just like, oh my God, just a family, just like
like family time. It's everything, especially if you have a good relationship with your family. I think it fixes it all. Maybe not at all, but for me personally, being around my family, it just puts it in perspective again for me, where it's like, I got it. Like, you know, you always know that the family is there, even though if they're not physically here, they are there to support you. And in my case, you know, my parents really just accept everything I do and push me to make those tough decisions. But being there next to them was everything I needed. And I feel like you also needed that. So I'm glad that you experienced that.
And it was so much fun to see everybody that knew me say, hey, who is that girl, that blonde girl that you talked to? Just like, yeah, I was just like, it was so crazy. Everybody's so giving us shout outs like from across the world, just like, hey,
who's the curly fry girl?
Yeah, that's always so happy. I love her. My mom loves you. She's just like, yeah. So
I want to meet your mom.
Yeah,
moms are great.
Will. Yeah.
But that's funny because my aunt, who is very like spiritual, and I love her, and I actually got to see her when I went to Poland as well. She's like, what's up with this podcast? And who is this guy? And I'm like, wow, everyone is just curious what's happening. I love it.
Yeah. No.
It's just the energy and the vibe that we have here. And this is why we decided to do this podcast. I feel like because we just...
And unload all our traumas for you guys to enjoy, you know, just the craziness that happens, you know. But outside of that, though, I got to go back to Miami after... my trip in Costa Rica, and I got to see F1 racing for the first time.
How sick was that?
That was an incredible experience.
I need to see the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
You did some content when you went there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just on phone, just because I didn't want to bring camera and everything like that. Just like,
how long does that take, like the whole race?
Oh, I mean, like it's broken into parts, obviously. Like the race itself isn't, you know, I would probably say like maybe like an hour, like or something like that. Like you said, you can watch it and stuff like that. But if you do, get yourself the bleacher seats. Like go to the top, because then you get at least covering. Unless you get the VIP tickets, but they're crazy expensive. Yeah, exactly. So I would at least get in the shade because I got burnt. I mean, I wore sunscreen and I got burnt. It was fun though.
It's hot there now.
Oh yeah, I was like laying there like you ever seen like a hot dog in a microwave? Just like that's what I felt like. I was just like you just see it. I was looking outside and like that sun is just broiling me. Just like yeah. So you know, it was something different, but it was definitely a fun experience to get to enjoy that with my
to see
family.
that.
Yeah.
Wait, so who came to Miami with you? All of them?
No, it was just I went to my brother's place. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
Miami's so fun.
Yeah, I think as much as you speak about like all masculine and feminine energy, my brother is, I think, like one of the best examples of that.
Yeah.
As a whole, just like I see him how he leads people.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to be led. Just tell me what to do. Tell me what to wear. Tell me what time I should be ready. And like tell me everything, and I will actually listen.
Too bad for you, he's taken. But no, you would love him. Like to me, he's definitely one of the definitions of just like what a guy like that. He takes after my grandfather. Like
I love that.
yeah, exactly. Like I take after my father.
Aw.
Like, yeah, and but yeah, like obviously everybody has benefits, cons, and
Right.
pros over things. But
Yeah.
it's nice to have somebody that like holds the whole family down. Like he
Yeah.
holds that weight on top of him, which he's the first child, so he just put it upon himself to carry everybody.
Which is tough, I'm assuming, like
oh my
from
God,
day to
yeah.
day. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. I mean, like he deals with everybody. Like it's funny when we have a conversation, me and my brother. It's just like I just tell him, it's just like, why don't you just not deal with it? And he was like, that's what you do. like absolutely. Like I was just like, I just don't pick up. It's like we know you don't pick up. Like that's absolutely what you do. You just go about your life like you're the only thing going on. Like he tells me, if the whole world was burning, you'd be like that dog in that meme, just like it's okay. Like just rolling.
That would be me too, probably. Honestly.
Yeah, but it's funny. Even like at that F1 race, like he was just like, okay, we gotta get out of here at this time. You gotta get your shirt on. Like he
was prepared.
Oh,
see, I love that
to the T.
This is like
I think it gets
so
most
hot.
women. Yeah,
I'm like
most women just get moist for the shit.
Yeah, don't ask me like, what do you want to eat? No, just fucking tell me where to be, like at what time, like I said, and tell me. And I usually ask, I'm like, okay, is this more formal or more casual, so I know what to wear? But like just having the plan and just me being ready feels amazing, and that's all I ever ask for, and it's the hottest thing.
I'll say that for his wife, my sister-in-law, love her, Nati, love you.
Aww.
And she just I see that feminine energy 100%. Like she just
So
goes
good.
in there because she like
it.
She tells me in the morning, do you want something to eat? Do you want this?
Aww.
Like, Theo, do you want to do anything?
Oh,
like,
Theo.
yeah.
Love it.
Like she called me that because of their pets. Like, like I took care of them.
Oh,
like, so, but
that's so cute.
I don't
love
know if I like maybe I'll have to cut this out, unfortunately. But he just revealed news to us that they're expecting. So yeah,
Holy shit, you're actually gonna be a Theo.
Well, I'm already a Theo.
Okay, you are. Okay.
Yeah, but like this is their first child, so yeah. So hoping everything.
Congratulations! Holy shit, that's so fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited for them. Like, he's gonna be a great dad, and she's gonna be a great mom.
That is awesome.
I think now I'm the only one without a child.
Pressure.
No pressure.
It's grandma like Derlis.
No, because she's got like all the other kids.
Okay,
so
she's like overwhelmed. She's occupied with them. She's not really thinking about it. See, my parents are up my ass about this, seriously.
Because you're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily I have my brother and sister, and they have kids now. So I'm just like, they're just like, you just get your life together.
It's time.
Like, not about the kids or the wife. Just organize yourself.
I think you're doing great. Honestly, like I always look at the progress, right?
Yeah.
Like from when I met you and now where you guys are with like Vision Maker Productions and what you guys are doing. It's huge, and it's honestly like you should be proud, both of you, for what you're doing, because it's amazing. Yeah.
You're not Japanese, Victor. You can say thank you. Like you have a microphone right there in front of you.
Hate is always coming towards Victor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you whispering? Are you whispering?
No, I just said thank you.
Okay, that's the first thing Victor said overall. Just like,
I had a comment or two before.
Well, did you? Okay, you want to say hello? You didn't even say hello.
Hello, everybody. I don't think I say hello on any episode.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He's just there.
I just appear randomly. At some
Oh,
point.
you're cutting. That's probably why you're so quiet.
Yeah.
Oh,
trying to stay focused here.
Yeah. Okay. We gotta get a focus switcher guy here right now. but
Eric, get in here.
Yeah. Strangle that boy. But yeah, no. Are you excited for the summer coming up? Because I tell you right now, through that compliment that you just gave us, I do feel that there is now, Vic, what would you put it as? Like a new flow to our business through everything that we're just been turning into, just mindset wise and everything like
so
that.
Good.
Yeah, I mean it's thankful. I mean it's through experience though. It's something that you can't just pay for or anything like that. It's just like you have to try a bunch of things. You have to fail a bunch of times,
learn from it,
and then just be like, okay, I'm gonna keep getting back up and just trying to figure this out until something starts connecting. And then
it's a consistency, and like you guys have been showing up and putting in effort. And at first, that's with everything anything. I think even in my online beauty business, like for the first, I would say year, I wasn't really seeing a lot of growth because I was, you know, and sometimes you get in your head and start doubting things because like, oh, is this for me? I'm not seeing, you know, the reward that comes from hard work. But then you start seeing little leads coming in this way and that way. And then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to do with it.
Too much work. Too much work.
Right. And then you get a little overwhelmed and then you have to go ahead, Vic.
I feel like a good turning point for us was that going into this year, we were last year and every time before that, we were solidifying our product, our quality. We were kind of, and there's obviously with many spaces, there's such a broad directions you can go with. But I feel like we really solidified that, which allowed us to focus on building momentum and just generating business. Because we were clear, we got clear about this is what we do, this is what we deliver, this is how we deliver it.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, so and the other good thing about with D is that we stayed consistent during the winter, even though it was slow. We didn't stop creating, we didn't stop pushing forward, reaching out, following whatever we could. So now that things are coming in, we're kind of already in a momentum.
Love it.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to you and you're like, oh, I'm busy, I'm going here. I'm like, yes, you be busy. I'm so happy for you guys. Seriously, it's honestly amazing to watch you guys grow.
But I'm still petty. I swear to you. I'm just, I'm 100% still petty. I see people like doing things. I'm like, fuck you. I need to be doing bigger shit too. Like
it's a motivation though. Like, you know, you want to kind of be a little jealous over other people's success, as long as it's somewhat healthy and pushes you to do better instead of being in your head and be like, fuck,
well,
he's
I mean, I think
so much
it's
better.
something that people need to discuss about because, like, you know, that optimism is like, you know, I see somebody that I admire and just like, you know, oh, I can't believe, like, they always seem happy and they always seem like positive and stuff. So it's always a wonder to me is like, do they ever have these thoughts that just like are negative or just like, you know, like maybe of jealousy or pettiness and it's just like how do they combat this you know, through their virtue and stuff like that. And that's where I'm just like, you know, I talked to Vic about this, but I'll pose to you the question, you know, like how do you deal with your own pettiness when it comes in your mind?
I think that partially comes from how I was brought up. You know, we all have negative thoughts in our heads. And let me tell you, if someone had an access to my mind, I would be in so much trouble. So
Wouldn't we all?
If it comes to pettiness, I definitely don't agree with a lot of things that I was experiencing, especially like relationship wise. But I think, so yeah, I've created a bunch of negative scenarios on what I'm gonna do when this if this continues, what I'm gonna do to this person, and it got crazy. So I had to stop myself at some point and just look at the world and experiences that are thrown at us and for us, I like to say, differently, and just kind of see like everybody that comes in your life is there for a purpose and for a reason, right? We all serve purpose in everybody else's life. I don't think me meeting you guys is a coincidence. I think this was meant to be. And when you switch your mindset to think that way, I think you keep your mind more positive than like, and the negativity kind of like is easier to let go of, because you know, like, okay, this man fucked me over, right, multiple times, and like, instead of me sitting here and victimizing myself, like, oh, I'm so poor, like, why do I attract these assholes? I looked at it as like, oh, I haven't learned from my previous relationship. I literally dated the same person, the same soul in two different bodies. So because I didn't learn. So again, if you believe in universe or God or whoever you believe in, these things are going to happen until you learn. So I've learned to look at things this way, where it's like, okay, I have not learned my lesson until I sit down, evaluate what the hell is going on here, and actually put in work to learn. This shit is going to be happening continuously. So I guess answering your questions, do I still have petty thoughts? 100%. But now I look at things differently, and it helps me stay positive and keep on going, because I know, okay, that person served their time in my life. They're gone. They're non-existent. Like, goodbye. Next, who's, you know, hopefully the next person that
comes. So you have
by.
more of your petty thoughts coming from, I guess, relationships.
Yeah, because I've been blessed in life. I have to say, I think relationships is the only like topic in my life that I'm struggling with. Everything else, I luckily, knock on the wood, can't really.
First world problems right here. It's just like
No, but I don't really come from like a first world. You know, everything I have, I've worked for. But I guess my belief system is so strong if it comes to money, if it comes to happiness, if it comes to attracting what you want and going after what you want. But the relationships is something that I still is like unknown fucking topic for me because I haven't broke it down yet, and I don't have like a solution to all my problems quite yet. But if it comes to relationships, so most of my pettiness, yes, will come from relationships, friendships, and romantic partners.
See, like for my pettiness, it also comes from just coworkers.
Okay.
Like not Victor. Not I don't pity him at all.
Automatically looked at Victor. I'm like,
I know you did. I was like,
poor
no,
Vic.
not him. No. He's fine. It's more just like pettiness of like, colleagues, I guess it would be a better term.
Okay.
Just people outside or influencer. Like, I see people online and then I'm just like, damn, like even if I don't know them, I'm just like, damn, I really wish I could be in Dubai just filming something like a hotel or something like that. That's where,
because they're doing that at the moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's also where my pettiness. Like, relationships, I do sometimes feel it. Like I'm just like, damn, I wish I was like waking up to somebody I loved, But like I already know that that's more of a just me missing a feeling. Just wishing intimacy. Like, but you can't bring that upon yourself or anybody. But also I acknowledge the same thing I look at people outside. I'm just like, they had to go through a struggle. They had to go through work. But sometimes I look at shit and I'm just like, some kids are just like, they pick up a camera at 17 and then they go, Vic. Like at 18 years old, millionaire. I'm like, fuck
there
you.
But there has to be some form of a delusion in these kids where no matter what everybody says, they're still going to do what they want. And I get inspired by people like that. And even for my example with coming to America, like that was huge. And I was delusional. I literally sat down, I was like, I'm taking over America. Like, in obviously like American dream way.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's also just like understanding that people are lucky too. Just like right place, right time.
Yeah.
You don't know their circumstances, and they were just there. They're going to have their own challenges, though.
Right.
Because now they're in something that maybe they weren't 100% ready for.
Right.
I'll say Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston. I'm assuming he's from Breaking Bad. Walter White.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suck with names, but if you put it
exactly. And so I put it that way. He had a conversation about that sort of situation that you're speaking about, luck, where he spoke about how he could be in a room filled with actors, and like his situation was, and like a bunch of these people that were better actors than he was, but through the sheer luck of it, like he got the role, he got just the right part, and landed him to the next level.
Do you think it's just luck, or he might have been just like a combo, like a good
definitely.
like
he had to
acting,
be prepared. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
He had to be prepared, but
there's more to it. Than
but
just
like
acting.
like he said, there are better people. Like there are better musicians out there. There are better, like, videographers or whatever you want to call it, podcasters, whatever. Like, but there's also the luck factor that you can't control. That's the one thing. Like
someone said it this way. It's where it's like luck is when opportunity meets preparedness.
Oh, I like
but
that.
the opportunity you have no control over. You got to be ready. But sometimes people get opportunity at the right time, sometimes not.
Right.
And even Mark Cuban, he said it on a recent interview I saw, was that he said it's like, yeah, plenty of people can become millionaires, maybe multimillionaires. But to become a billionaire, that is luck. Yeah. I don't care who you are, you got lucky. Like even because he's a billionaire, he's like, I was lucky that I was in the right company at the right time of the market. That it just blew me right past the edge that I needed to be. And I was
But it also
ready.
comes down to being brave enough to expose yourself to opportunities,
that's
like
for that preparedness.
Right. Yeah. Because I feel like luck is like a broad topic. I do believe that a lot of people get lucky, but it's a one thing to get lucky and, like you said, not be prepared and then just fuck up the opportunity, or I feel like we all are lucky in our own ways, and sometimes we don't even realize that this is the right time and
I know how lucky I am to have my exes, to have had them, like
Okay.
to understand that shit is crazy to me. It's just like to understand a woman's love, like to be really like, oh, I was blessed enough to like, because some people don't like, I would feel sorry if you don't get to experience that in
the
life.
true love.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, just like how much they loved me. Like I was just like, God damn, like
That someone can actually love that hard. Yeah.
I was just like, it's hindsight 2020. Like Vic told me, I didn't even know what hindsight meant
I still
until
don't
like hindsight is just like it's just like Vic, you want to explain it?
Yeah,
like,
so hindsight is when you look back on a situation, everything is like obvious. It's so clear. It's like, yep, that happened this way because of this
Hindsight.
factor.
Okay.
But when
Okay.
you're in the situation,
You don't
you don't
see it.
know all
Yeah.
these alternative factors. But looking back, it's always so clear. So it's like you can fall in the trap of being like, how was I so blind or stupid? But it's like you can't see all this stuff until after it happens in almost most cases. So why you made the best decisions in that moment
Right.
with the information you had.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have the information you have now in the future
Right.
looking back.
Yeah.
So don't beat yourself up for that.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice to be around him. So now
Yeah.
it's just like okay, like I told him just the other day. I told you before we started the podcast. It's just like I told him I'm grateful that I got to meet him and like learn the patience that like, hey, okay, this is what I gotta do also in a relationship. Granted, I still don't think I'm properly prepared for that.
Okay.
I guess, but looking at least through the relationships that I've had, at least the one thing I don't want to do is next person that I find.
Repeat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the same mistakes.
That's good. So you reflected on both relationships and you learned from it, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm still devastated by it, but it's in a good way, like because it meant something to me. If it didn't mean anything to me, I would have just kept going about my life like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But like that's sort of how you can tell something was actually
Like
important to
real
you.
and important,
Yeah, like if you feel emotions towards it, if like you feel pain towards it, then like heartbreak from it, then you invested something more into it. Whether that person felt something like that to you about you, I can't say, but what you feel is real.
Yeah,
and
100%.
you can't deny that. But doesn't mean you take it out on people and do crazy things.
No.
Paulina. No, just kidding.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Shit. No.
No. But you good.
I agree with that. I always reflect on my past relationships, and speaking of, what was it? What?
Hindsight.
What is
Hindsight.
it? Okay.
Hindsight.
I can't even
2020. I
pronounce
feel
it.
like we got you like write it out. No, like I look like when there's words written out. Yeah. I can sometimes get it better than
it's HIND. So hindsight.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
Got it. So I'm pretty good at being grateful for things that are in front of me. And I'm pretty good at noticing things and being in the moment and appreciate things in the moment because I reflect a lot. And it's a good thing to be in your head and also a bad thing to be in your head all the time. But I do, when I'm in a relationship, I would say I have a pretty clear, what?
No, I'm just thinking. Go ahead. No, I'm waiting for you to finish before anything.
No, so like, how you said, like sometimes you regret for not appreciating things in the moment, and what, you were blind to the true love that you were given by your ex. I have to say, like, I don't regret anything. Like I don't think I've done anything bad in the past relationships where I like regret not holding on to somebody longer or like. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
No,
where,
your situation is different than mine.
Right.
But like I can understand. Like I don't think I did necessarily something bad. I just didn't do enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
but that might have been just the right person at the wrong time, which is still the wrong person.
No, of course, and I understand that. It's just like it sucks.
Yeah,
like.
But that doesn't mean that you're not going to experience something better.
Ooh, it doesn't not mean. You know what I'm saying? Like because you're also like Vic also said like it could go this way or it could go that way. But it doesn't mean that I will experience something like that, because it was funny. I took a photo of this because I was in King Cullen and I noticed a book. It was this guy that wrote a famous author, and he wrote like his own bibliography or whatever. So I look back in it, and one of the quotes that he put is just like, I've only been in love twice in my life.
Well, I've heard it's like on average you can only fall in love 3 times. I don't know what's the truth behind it. But like, how do you know it? Right, like what's the true love?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, to say like love slips once, and then like you think you're gonna catch it again, like you're gonna catch that fire again, or catch thunder in a bottle. Like like it's so hard to like, not saying that it's not possible. Obviously, I'll keep that open mind. Obviously, to if I find a special person, I want to treat them right, but.
Don't close off.
No,
that's
of course
all.
not. Yeah, but it's also like to acknowledge that life isn't always about love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
there's more to it. For sure.
And it's just like once you experience something, you're not gonna go back to that. You just have to keep going forward like a shark. Yeah.
But this is what I mean. Like that you've experienced true love, but there is potential of experience of better true love.
Is there, Vic? Can you weigh in on that?
True love?
Yeah, because imagine if you got divorced. I don't want to say that, but like I'm going to say it like
was
that.
it a true love if it didn't work out?
Yeah.
I mean...
Ooh! Fuck you,
what?
Paulina, for that one.
I think in that sense...
No, I'm saying not from your... not to attack you, but I'm just saying like...
Like, there's people that got married and then got divorced, and they were like, I love that marriage, and like, I'm not saying it was wrong.
Quick answer.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be true love if it didn't work out. Because if you're... So... I agree with you, especially at this time. That's 3:05.
Sorry, guys, we're on timer right now.
Trying to do that slowly. That's not working. But I believe in you. Like there are key people who are really like designed for us, and I think there's a couple.
Right.
Like be it 3 or whatever. I think it's in that ballpark though, in that general. But that. It can be true love, and it's something like where you feel the willingness is like, I know there's flaws. I know there's things we need to work for, but
no matter what,
my desire to be with you allows me to want to work through that.
Yeah.
Now, is the other person willing to work through that? That's one thing. Are you willing to do the work you need to do to also make it work? Those are other factors. That's maturity. That's this and that. So if it doesn't work out because you're not either willing to do something or they're not willing to do something, it doesn't mean it wasn't like one of those people.
So what I was trying to say is like, I definitely was in love, but the other person thought they were in love, but they weren't willing to see past the flaws. Just like you said, Vic, like I was willing to do anything to work through all the bad things that we were going through at the moment. And I was putting him on the pedestal. And sometimes I even like put him in front of myself. Despite all the flaws that I was seeing in that person, I was willing to compromise. I was willing to work through them, work past them. And I was always just trying to figure out the way how to make things work, because no matter what, I'm in love with you and we're going to fucking figure it out. But the other person wasn't in love. So this is what I mean. Like,
does happen.
What's the true love here? Like, you want both. Ideally, you would want both people to be in love with each other, right? But so that's what I mean. Maybe like she was in love, but you weren't in love. And maybe once you tap into a whole like 2.0 version of Derlis, and you are capable of giving that true love to someone, that's when you're gonna attract something similar from another person. Does this make sense?
You don't even know what you have until after it's gone.
Oh yeah, no, that's
well, fuck you for that.
Usually realize that afterwards. Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, but it is what it is. I think it's a beautiful thing that like I got to experience, a beautiful sadness on top of that. I got to experience life.
Yeah.
At its, one of the greatest peaks. I'm
really
sure I'll get to experience something else, but it's weird because also you become jaded as you become older. Like emotions aren't okay. I feel this, but I'm too lazy for that shit. Like it's funny. I had a conversation with my grandma. I interviewed my grandma, so I can't.
I
wait
was
for
gonna
the,
just ask you if you,
yeah. And it's just like, she still has this spunk and this energy about her, like about life, and I hope that I have that, but at the same time, I feel like I was raised in New York in a way where it's just like
negative state.
I don't know about negative. It's
There's
just like
a lot of
we
negative
don't,
people here.
Yeah, we just don't give a fuck. It's just like
I say it's very dry.
Yeah, it's just like
this is why people look at me. They're like, "She's fake nice." I'm like, "No, you're just from New York." Which I'm part of New York now, but I do get that these comments all the time. Yeah. It's like, "How are you so nice?" I'm like, "Why are you sad?"
It was something me and Vic were talking about yesterday. It was just like, I would still hold pettiness or anger against a bad sandwich 10 years ago. Like I do not like that shit. Like yesterday we went to this one restaurant. It was like the sandwich was pretty good. It was like but we were hungry, and it was just like so regular fries, and it was a chicken sandwich, and I was like, okay, it tastes moderately okay. There wasn't anything that special about it.
I get mad about food too.
Yeah, but $25.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, bro.
That's another thing. Barcelona, a burger and a beer was $12. I was like, I'm moving there, but then they don't make enough money for the expenses, so it kind of sucks.
So you just got to travel there.
You can also make US dollar and live there.
That's true. That's
you just gotta get
nomad.
that remote income.
Yeah, you definitely could do that.
Yeah, but do you get angry about that shit?
Oh yeah. Like people always say like, Paulina, start meal prepping, and I'm like, I can meal prep, but I'm such a foodie. I cannot eat the same shit for 3 days, 3 times a day.
I feel that.
I get mad. Like I'm like, this is not enjoyable. I eat for fun, not just because my body needs it, but like I actually enjoy food.
I see you in a restaurant, and I enjoy your company in a restaurant just because I swear that's the level of like integrity I want in like this food better be good. Like and when you're pumped about something, I'm just like, I know this food's coming out. Pump. But I'm just like, okay, cool.
I'm really good judger if it comes to like a good judge if it comes to food. And I usually like check the menu before I go to restaurants, but lately I've been like on the chill vibe where I'm like, I'm just gonna show up and see how it's gonna go. But if I do have a bad meal, it really has to be bad because I'm not picky. I really do eat a lot of things. But if it's really bad, I'm like so disappointed, and like I'm definitely in the bad mood for like the next 3 hours.
I hear that.
Yeah,
I'm
like, what the fuck is this?
I feel like I gotta go eat something else just to just
get in a better mood. Yeah.
Just like what a waste of money, what a waste of food. I feel like
I'm just the chill guy at the restaurant.
Yeah, no, you're terrible in the sense of just like he's terrible, like he denies this, but like. He's like, oh, I can't eat tomatoes. Like all this
just shellfish and tomatoes. That's it.
Wait, why? Allergic?
Well, I have
shellfish is he's allergic.
I'm allergic to shellfish and have an intolerance to like tomato and tomato products.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Do you like
pickles.
The taste of it?
He doesn't like pickles.
Oh, it's just
but
like
he doesn't
intolerant.
like pickles. I know. Yeah. So fuck you, bro. You have such, you don't even notice it. You have such a picky fucking little thing about you, and then I'm just like, yo, bro, like the good thing is like since he hates it, I can eat. Like, yo, you don't want your pickle?
That's why
that's great. I'm the same way. I'm like, you don't like
my
pickle?
wife. I'm like,
bring it over.
She hates things that I love, so I'm just like, we're
but
just
his taste like. It's completely opposite of mine.
Interesting.
It's just like
polar opposite.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of people are picky. Like for instance, when I was growing up, I had no choice but eat to whatever my mom was making me, right? And not everybody can relate to it, but like I hated milk, so she breastfed me for like 4 months, and then I was spitting that shit out. I was like, fuck that. So she started blending.
I was just gonna say though, but you guys are also just talking about being picky about food. You're just picky about different ones. So you like different quality, different things like that.
What food have you seen me turn back?
Well, with you, you're like, there's a lot of food that I bring up. You're like, no, that's terrible. No, I wouldn't eat that.
Like the wafers,
like the wafers, stuff like that. Yeah,
I've eaten wafers, but I just
wafers. Or what are wafers?
Like they're little
waffles.
Yes,
yeah, they're
no.
like it's like crispy.
Like it's like a
little cream in the middle.
Okay, I know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, it's like
it's not like with me and jelly. Like I could eat jelly.
He doesn't
I
like
just
jam.
prefer not to.
So so there's one thing to be picky, like you know, when it was like, I don't like that, I'm like, have you tried it? No. Okay, shut the fuck up. You can't even say.
I've tried all the things that I say no to.
Okay, good.
That I will say.
But I'm on your team if it comes to like, I eat everything. I'm not picky because I also have been exposed to a lot of food when I was little. Like when I was an au pair here and I was babysitting, like the kids were eating chicken fingers and fries all the time. So what else are they gonna fucking eat? You know, if you give them a strawberry, they'll be like, oh, this is sour. Oh, this is this. Like, what? No. Like,
I was also the kid that loved broccoli when I was little.
That's so,
raw broccoli.
That's cute.
So,
that's
broccoli
awesome.
soup is great. Like,
Pickle soup is greater.
Pickle soup?
Like,
I haven't tried pickle
like,
soup
gross.
yet.
Oh my God.
I've tried pickleback shots.
Yeah, those are right.
What?
Because the pickle juice that they use is like the cheapest pickle juice ever.
I've used great pickle. Like they had jalapeno, they had like mango.
Oh, okay.
Like, they switched it up. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like if you do pickle shots, pickleback shots with like an actual pickle juice from someone who actually made the pickles themselves, it's so good.
Yeah, exactly.
But the pickle soup is one of my favorite. That's like a Polish thing.
Okay. Well, I think we have to try some foods. Like I'll bring some Costa Rican food.
Oh,
you bring
I'm gonna love that. Yeah.
Yeah, you bring some Polish food, and then we'll see.
And have a little date night.
Yeah, there you go. Hopefully,
I love some of those dumplings that you guys do.
Pierogi.
Pierogi. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll catch that one next time, guys.
Next time, but
we gotta go. So.
We gotta go. We got things going on. But thanks for tuning
Memorial
in.
Day weekend, you know? Get this money.
Yeah, money making season starts now. But you guys will see us soon. Thanks for tuning in. We just wanted to catch you up on the recent happenings
in life.
But we'll tune in soon. Thanks for coming.
Peace.
Lit. Look at us.
I feel we
you want to do the whole follow thing? Yeah.
Also, guys, make sure to like and follow at PND Podcast. Or is it Paulina and Derlis? At Paulina and Derlis Podcast. And
subscribe, please.
Yeah, and share.
All the love.
And also do everything else. Donate. Donate.
Donate would help us too.
Yeah, buy us a coffee, Yeah, because Paulina buys us too much coffee.
No. But thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.